Hey guys, this is Nirpam from the Underwater Photography Guide and Blue Water Photo. Today I want to introduce to you a very exciting new lens from Laowa. This is the 10mm rectilinear E-mount lens and it's an f2.8. So it's a 10 mount f2.8 rectilinear wide angle lens. Now, this is actually the first lens from Laowa that has autofocus, and I have to tell you it's fantastic. This is actually going to be a pretty short review. I love the lens, I love the image quality, I love the autofocus. There's not much more to say, but there is a little bit I can say. So one, this is kind of a large lens. I have this on an A7CR camera body, which I was filming with underwater and taking photos with as well. The lens seems like it's anodized aluminum. Actually, it's pretty sturdy build. If you drop this won't break. I don't think I've seen a lens that's quite so aluminum as this, but it's not too heavy. It's about 1 pound in weight. So now, given all of that, being Laowa's first autofocus lens, I actually didn't know it was until I read that, and I had already used the lens and it already worked fantastic, and it wasn't slower than a Sony native lens. It was just as fast, and I was pretty impressed. In all my shots, I was dealing with some pretty quick subjects like black sea bass and Garibaldi. It had no problem focusing and tracking them as well with autofocus tracking, so that was awesome. Now, 10mm for underwater photography, that's pretty wide. On land, that lens is a 130-degree field of view. It's probably going to be pretty similar behind a dome port. To me, that's really wide for a rectilinear lens. It starts to stretch out the corners, and it does kind of make it a little bit softer there. So you do want to shoot at like f13 or higher if you can, so that you have more detail in the corners. So that's something to think about if you are using the 10mm. But I feel like it's an interesting perspective, and I also think it's pretty cool if you want to put it behind a big dome and maybe do some split shots. I do think this lens is a good lens if you're a freediver and into that style of photography, which is very ambient light based. It'll capture a lot of that light being an f2.8. Not that you're always going to open up your aperture that wide, but it does give a look of, you know, ambient light, blue water photography with bright light going through. This lens performs excellent with that, and I took some shots like that so you can see how that looks. When it came to normal wildlife photography, this wouldn't be a close focus wide angle lens. It's not going to be great for close focus wide angle photography, but it's pretty good for reefscapes, and it's better for just, you know, larger subjects. So take a look at some of these photos I took when I was in Catalina, and let me know what you think in the comments. I think it's a pretty cool lens so far. All right, so to wrap this review up, the Laowa 10mm f2.8 is $7.99, which I think is a fantastic price for a lens like this. It's also got a 4.7-inch minimum focusing distance, but I believe that's measured from the front of the lens. So it's more like 10-11 inches, as minimum focusing distances are usually measured from the sensor. So overall, it's not going to be, as I said before, a close focus wide angle lens, but it's a great rectilinear lens, and I enjoyed shooting it underwater, and I think it's a lens to consider for underwater photography. So if you have any questions or comments at all, make sure you drop them below. If you like this review, make sure you like and subscribe. Smash the like button, and if you subscribe, you'll get some more content coming your way. So thank you guys for watching this review. I hope to see you guys out there diving with this new lens that has Laowa's first autofocus system, and I really enjoyed using it.